A group of students under the umbrella of Nigeria Student Solidarity Movement, NSSM, has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to intervene with regards to the intrigue that has led to the delay in the confirmation of the ministerial nominee from Delta State, Stella Okotete. Director General of NSSM, Comrade Rioborue Deniran, appealed to the president to intervene in ensuring Okotete's immediate confirmation by the Senate. Deniran, while appealing to Mr. President for intervention, also commended him for his numerous student policies, which have renewed the hope of Nigerian students. We're now joined by the senator representing Edo South Senatorial District, Neda Imasuen. Thank you very much for giving us your time on Nigeria Tonight. Let's begin with what many Nigerians are already talking about, and that is the purpose of bringing ministerial nominees before the Senate when they will not have the opportunity of responding to burning issues. This has been a repeated situation. Why should this take a bow practice continue?
Well, good evening and thanks for having me. I believe there's a lot of misconception about this issue of take a bow and leave. First of all, every senator, when he gets up from his seat, either to leave to use the men's room or ladies' room, or to speak with another senator, gets up and take a bow as a way of obedience to this Senate leadership. It's a way of respect, and that's the tradition before he even leaves. And when he comes back, he does the same thing. Take a bow, it's a way of showing respect to the Senate. But misconception came about when an individual has been screened or has been interviewed, and then we say take a bow and leave, and it's as if the person was not even interviewed or spoken to. That is not true.
But sir, if you say that is not true, sorry, I need a clarification. These nominees are sent in without portfolios primarily, and then people are saying maybe because they don't have a portfolio to be interrogated on, that is why the practice of take a bow and leave continues. It might be the norm in the National Assembly, but to Nigerians looking on, it seems like the practice continues unabated when there are other options that could be explored. Hello, Senator, can you hear me? Senator Imasuen, if you can hear me, can you confirm?
Well, I didn't hear all of it. There was a glitch in the transmission when you were talking, but I think I have an idea of what you're saying. Now, those who take a bow, most of them or all of them are former senators, those that have served as senators or those that have served as members of the House of Representatives. We do that because it's a mark of an acknowledgement of the achievement of these individuals. One, two, that they have gone through a lot of screening to become senators or House of Rep. And so screening them, unless there's something very unusual, may have occurred in their lives since becoming a senator or House of Rep member, there isn't really no need to screen them beyond what we know of them. So when we tell such individuals to take a bow and leave, we don't even just do that willy-nilly. We do it, have them introduce themselves and tell us what they have done.
So you're basically saying that the screening exercise that is televised for every Nigerian is primarily for the benefit of, formality. It's not, you've done the real work behind the scene, the televised interviews.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm specifically talking about the senators senator nominees or House of Rep members nominees.
But these are not the only people that, sorry to keep interrupting, but these are not the only people that are asked to take a bow and leave.
That's the point. So those other persons that would say take a bow and leave would have been grilled, would have spoken to them, every one of them.
All right, let's move on and see if we can cover other areas. There are petitions.
Take a leave of the Senate so that there would not be an ambiguity as to who we tell to take a bow.
Okay, Senator, I don't want to lose you. The network seems a bit poor, so I'll just go ahead and ask you all the questions so we can cover a lot more. There are petitions against several nominees, yet they were confirmed by the Senate. Is it a lack of due diligence by the lawmakers, or like you have been saying, you've done your search and you've made your confirmation before they came up?
Well, I understand that, but you must also understand the limitations of the National Assembly, the Senate that has the responsibility to screen. Now, we do not have the benefit, or we do not have the DSS, for instance, or the EFCC, or such other organizations that have the tools, that have what it takes to screen these individuals. We don't have that. The person that has them is the president who nominates these individuals. And the expectation is that the president would have subjected them through this screening. And if they have gone through this screening and it comes back clean, we don't really have anything beyond that other than to go by their CV.
Yeah, but if that is the case, why did the Senate not confirm 3 persons out of the list that was sent in? We had a story about the lady from Delta State. We also have El Rufai, I believe.
That's correct. Now, there's also a misunderstanding or misconception of what happened there. The Senate did not refused to screen them. What happened was that before we called them on, we got a security report, which is the way of the president. We got those security reports on these 3 individuals to say that they have questions to answer with the security agencies. And because of that, we had to step them down. So it goes back to the president to do what he has to do. But if they had to come back to us again, as senators, we would like to know what that security report is all about.
All right. For now, you won the election into the Senate on the platform of the Labour Party. What difference are you bringing to the National Assembly? This question is important because while the campaign lasted, the Labour Party was presented as that party that is different from the rest.
You are very correct. We are the People's Party, I must say that. What it means is that what our agenda is about the people in every material respect, whether we're talking about employment, youth restiveness, youth unemployment, whether we're talking about women issues, we are there. That is the issues that concerns us. The issue of lack of educational opportunities or lack of ability, affordability of education, affordability of healthcare. These are the issues that concerns us as Labour Party. And these are the issues that we will also take up.
All right, Senator, before I let you go, my director is prodding me. I'd like to find out from you how much you got for the holiday. The president of the Senate, we saw him on live television saying that you gentlemen received some sort of, mail, so to speak.
But that isn't the whole story. What else did he say?
You go ahead and tell us, but that's the part that caught everybody's attention. So we wanted to find out quickly.
The part of it when he said that he was going to send prayers to our mailboxes so that we can get home safely. You didn't hear that? But in any case, but let me answer you directly. I have not gotten anything in my account, so I don't know what they are sending or if they are going to send.
Oh, okay.
But I also like to say this. The president of the Senate, His Excellency Akpabio, is such, how will I say, he makes the Senate very lively. He's a funny man. It's funny in a very serious way. And so he said things when there's going to be, a huge disagreement on the floor. He makes everybody laugh. He calms down the situation, and so everybody gets along. And so I'm personally going to tell him, your distinguished Senator, President, please, a lot of people might misunderstand your jokes to be something very serious.
Yes, and that's exactly what I was going to take you on.
The other time, let me make this point, please. The other time on the floor, he said about the poor persons, breathe. And people misunderstood it as if he was making jest of them. But
isn't that an imperative for him to exercise caution, knowing that he is one of the toppest figures in this country? So whatever he says, even in jest, might be misconstrued. So the fact that there's a possibility of being misconstrued, shouldn't that help to set some sort of restraint? This is the second time.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Which is why I said some of us will actually have to tell them, we understand your jokes, but people outside these chambers do not understand these jokes. They take it as if you mean seriously what you're saying.
All right, Senator, I really wanted to continue, but we're out of time. So I'll just say thank you very much for giving us your time on Nigeria Tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.